A New York filmmaker and his team went on a 5-year journey to produce a documentary about struggles with literacy in his home borough. News 12's Cecilia Hua sat down with them to discuss the inspiration behind the film.
How is it that I can live in the literary capital of the world and not have a bookstore?
Titled 1.5 Million, the documentary directed by Bronx filmmaker Gregory Hernandez highlights what he describes as a literary crisis here in the borough.
We're often known as the forgotten borough. I think it's unfortunately by design that the most diverse congressional district in the nation is also the poorest.
Growing up as an avid reader, Hernandez struggled to find access to books in the Bronx and often relied on bookstores in other boroughs. In 2016, when the Barnes & Noble at Bay Plaza closed down, he decided to make this documentary.
Poverty and illiteracy, they intersect and thus create the crisis that we see in this documentary, which is why we highlight the heroes who are saying, I'm going to put playground libraries in NYCHA projects.
Heroes like Noel Santos, a Bronx native who opened up one of the only indie bookstores, the Lit Bar. The documentary took over 5 years to make and premiered last month.
A lot of the time, kids don't like to read simply because they're being told to read or because it's an assignment. You know, it's something that you have to do. It's a work, it's a chore. But now there's these events happening that's like, oh, reading can be fun and enjoyable, and it can be something to be excited about.
Hernandez and his team hope that kids will watch the documentary and be encouraged to pick up more books.
And I think this documentary will hopefully highlight those heroes so that way we can get more funding to them and to Bronx nonprofits and our library as a whole. I'm excited and I'm optimistic, but we still have work to do.
Hernandez hopes to bring his documentary onto streaming platforms and enter in film festivals. In Fordham, Cecilia Hua, News 12.